Being the listener isn't a personality trait, it's a biological exploit. You aren't attracting draining people, you are hosting them. Today, we're looking at the clinical mechanics of why your empathy acts as a free charging station for everyone else's crisis. And if you stay to the end, I'll give you the 24-hour buffer, the only tool that forces a taker to self-filter. Let's make a bold claim. You don't have a toxic person problem, you have a mirror neuron problem. To understand why you feel like an emotional magnet, we have to look at the hardware in your skull. Most people have what we call emotional skin, a psychological boundary that allows them to see someone crying and think, that's sad for them. They remain an observer. But for the deep processor, that skin is porous. Your mirror neuron system, the network responsible for empathy and social imitation, is tuned to a higher frequency. When a drainer walks into a room radiating agitation, your brain doesn't just register their mood, it simulates it. Your amygdala, the brain's smoke detector, starts firing because it senses a threat in the form of the other person's distress. In the middle of a conversation, you'll feel a literal tightness in your chest, a shallowing of your breath, or a sudden spike in cortisol. This is nervous system syncing. Because the discomfort of their emotion is now vibrating inside your body, you are biologically compelled to fix it. You start performing empathy, offering solutions, nodding excessively, or absorbing their anger, not just to be nice, but to stop the physical pain of the simulation. You've become a human grounding wire. You are discharging their high-voltage emotional electricity into your own nervous system just so you can finally breathe again. Why do they keep coming back to you specifically? It's because you provide zero-friction validation. Think about the unpaid consultant dynamic. It's 6 p.m. You've had a long day, but a friend calls to vent about the same drama they've been stuck in for 3 years. You notice that the moment you try to pivot the conversation or suggest they take responsibility, they push back. So, to avoid the social tax of a confrontation, you stop pushing. You settle into the role of the human mirror. In the world of physics, electricity follows the path of least resistance. In the world of psychology, takers do the same. If they go to a friend who has strong boundaries, they get friction. They are told the truth, or they are told not now. Friction is uncomfortable, but with you, there is no resistance. You reflect back exactly what they want to see, that they are the victim, that they are right, and that their crisis is the most important thing in the world. This creates a massive dopamine loop for the drainer. They leave the conversation feeling light and recharged because they've dumped their trash in your yard. Meanwhile, you are left with a social hangover, a state of cognitive depletion where your brain feels like it's hitting 1% battery. You aren't just tired, you are hollowed out. Here is the truth we usually avoid in these manuals. Being the giver is often a sophisticated hiding place. If you're always the one holding the map, you never have to admit you're lost. This is what we call defensive competence. For many introverts and deep processors, the idea of being truly seen, with all our flaws, needs, and messy emotions, is terrifying. It feels like a high-stakes vulnerability. To protect ourselves, we adopt the identity of the competent fixer. As long as your hands are full with someone else's baggage, you have a perfect excuse for why your bags are never unpacked. By surrounding yourself with people who have big, loud problems, you create a convenient noise that drowns out the quiet, aching silence of your own needs. You've traded the risk of being known for the safety of being needed. But here is the warning. Being needed is a temporary hit of significance that eventually leads to emotional atrophy. if you only ever exist as a reflection for others, eventually you forget what your own face looks like. The goal of this manual isn't to turn you into a cold, unfeeling machine. It is to move you from compulsive rescuing to intentional connection. You need to stop being an emergency exit for people who refuse to build their own stairs. The next time a drainer hits you with a crisis text or corners you in person, I want you to resist the mirror neuron urge to fix it immediately. Instead, introduce friction. Use this exact script. I can hear that you're going through a lot right now. I'm currently at my mental capacity, so I need 24 hours to process this before I can give you the attention this deserves. Let's talk tomorrow. Why this works clinically? The prefrontal cortex shift. By saying, I need 24 hours, you force your brain to move from the emotional amygdala, the fixer reflex, to the prefrontal cortex, the logical center. You are stepping out of the sink, the taker filter. This is the ultimate test. A true friend, someone who values you, will say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were drained. Yes, let's talk later. The self-selection. A taker will find this 24-hour delay unbearable because they are looking for an immediate charge. They will likely become irritated or simply move on to a different charging station. You aren't being mean, you are performing an energy audit. You are finally putting a lock on the door of your sanctuary. Stop being a battery for people who refuse to plug themselves in. You deserve to be known, not just used. I'll see you in the next manual. Let's keep the lights on.